Alright, Matrix, welcome to the first lesson on VAT. So we're going to look at what VAT is and a couple of other things about it. So, firstly, what exactly is VAT? Well, VAT is a value added tax, and that's what the VAT stands for. It's a form of indirect tax. That means that instead of you paying it directly to the government, you are paying someone else, and then they will pay it on your behalf. VAT is levied on all goods and services at a rate of 15%. It used to be 14%, but it went up April about 2 years ago, unless they're deemed VAT exempt or zero rated. Okay. Now, as I said, you may find some questions using 14% as the rate. These are old questions. It's not a problem for you to practice using those just for the calculations. It doesn't change anything other than the percentage rate. Okay, so what exactly is VAT exempt and what is zero rated? Well, firstly we're going to look at VAT exempt. VAT exempt items are items where no VAT can be levied. Okay, these include a couple of examples. There are financial services, educational services, goods and services from a welfare organization, and transport of passengers. These items are seen as pretty much essential services, and it's not really fair for you to be paying any sort of VAT or tax on these. Alright, there really shouldn't be any sort of tax on having an education, quite honestly. Alright, now the next thing we're going to look at are zero rated items. These items where there is a 0% VAT rate levied. This rate can change or be changed by the Minister of Finance if they choose, but most of the time they're not going to be doing something like that. The examples, these include brown bread, eggs, maize meal, vegetables, petrol, diesel, and paraffin. Okay, the important thing here is that these are essential goods. Brown bread is seen as an essential, whereas white bread would have VAT put onto it, right? Because it's seen as a luxury item. Okay, eggs, maize meal, vegetables. Usually it's fresh vegetables, not the pre-packaged, nicely cut up and frozen ones that your parents could go buy. Okay, and petrol, diesel, and paraffin also are zero rated because they already have other taxes levied on them. All right. With that, in fact, it wouldn't be fair for you to be double taxed on those items. All right. Okay, so just a quick wrap up. Our VAT, what we've got there is that we are going to have the VAT exempt and the zero rated items, okay, and it's levied at 15% unless otherwise stated. All right, we will look at a little bit more about tax, or this tax in particular, and how to calculate it later. But all right, thank you very much, and we will catch up later. Stay safe.